the micromanagement to do so. So I don't think I will. Let's see. So yeah, these armies have all moved, and we've conquered one Parthian town so far. So I mean that's pretty good. Get our spies to press further, I suppose. Actually, we'll come in here, and let's actually build a few spies because we are sorely lacking on the whole espionage thing. So we'll do that, and we will advance the turn. Yeah, I mean, like, to me, the whole espionage thing is a rather underused feature, simply because it's not too devastating, and in reality, I mean, I feel like it's
subsidy. Our treasury.
It's actually pretty useful in reality, but in the game, it isn't. Nope, we seem to have. Never mind. No, the game still continues. Never mind. It almost froze up there, so I was a little worried about that. Ah, looks like the Bithynians are mopping up their places here and there. Looks like some one of our little colony states or something. I think that was one of our client states that declared war on another client state. But I mean, we usually don't see those messages, so try to figure out what that is all about.
We humbly ask for a single, modest subsidy to help our people in a...
That's one large, modest subsidy right there. Oh, I see some of those Trapezu's armies moving towards the coast over here, so that's at least good. And it doesn't look like we have too many messages this time, so that's at least a good thing. Now, we were declared war on by one of those factions, one of the factions over here, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have to find this group of people. These guys, where are they hiding? No, they're over here. Now let's try to make peace with them.
To be disturbed by foreigners?
And we can immediately make them our client states, which is kind of weird, but that's all good. So we'll convert them. that was really odd. I mean, we could just convert them into our client state just like that.
Most humble audience.
Let's see. Is there really anything else we need to do inside that region? I mean, currently, there is an army filled with these guys still present, but it still looks fairly close to what the regular armies for this area look like. So let's get our scouts to move forward, and let's press ever deeper into Parthia, and let's try to figure out what there was. I mean, in Trajan's campaign into this area, he actually didn't find very many armies of Parthia to really fight in all, but the battles he fought were pretty easy. So, well, his time was after the time of what was his name? Alexander the Great. So he knew that after Parthia over here, there was there was India, you know, just kind of over the horizon. So for Trajan, he actually went on a little bit of a safari type of thing where he went to... Oh, we have full intel on this army. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of Eastern spearmen. These guys actually have terrible stats just in general. 13 attack, 30 defense, really bad. Horse skirmishers are pretty good with missile damage, so at least that's good, but these armies are definitely not top quality. Anyhow, yeah, Parthian, or Trajan, actually spent a lot of time doing a little bit of tourism inside this region. He went to like, you know, the reaches of the mountain range over here, which is named, that I don't remember. He also went to the town or the city of Babylon to check that out, but in the end, his campaign stopped when rebellion actually brewed up behind him. So while the Roman army kind of expanded and went into this area like what we're doing right now, the rebellion was actually brewing behind their lines, and well, that's kind of just constant throughout the game. So for us, I mean, it's nothing new, but for his forces, I mean, it was definitely kind of shocking to see just simultaneously tons and tons of towns throw their hands and open revolt. kidnap Gore here, and we'll just disable all of their buildings that produce negative thoughts, and we'll replace them with ones that are positive. So just like that, what else can we do? A lot of armies just kind of sitting on the back burner here. So we'll try to get these guys to press forward here and there. I'm liking that our allies are actually starting to help us out quite a bit. I see, yeah, Trapezo's mobilizing their forces, Bithynia moving their remnant forces here. Really rather neat, actually. I really like that. Now, I would imagine that Bithynia or the Eyes of the Serpent army here will conquer this town. And I see that the Black Quivers are over here, and these guys are a lot of cavalry, actually. Cavalry and ranged units inside that army from the looks of it. I think we'll just end on a high note here and just end the turn just like that. And when we come back, we'll really see what's present to do. Okay. Again, a pretty mild turn. Not much has happened. But if we look here, it looks like the Bithynian army has moved forward and didn't actually take the town, which I was kind of surprised about. Yeah, and over here, the Parthians are busy finishing off, yeah, smaller settlements over here. A lot of agents. I see a lot more agents now. You have like a whole cluster of like veterans and monks and people over here. So, like, what that kind of tells me is that all of this back area should be kind of, yeah, should be unoccupied. So we'll come in here, we'll build temples, farms, all the usual works, and then we'll just drive forward. Actually, no, we won't drive forward there. But we will be pressing forward, and I think what we'll do is that we'll get, declare war on, Persia. Actually, no, scratch that. I think we'll do a diplomatic campaign here to win over a few friends. Let's go over here, and let's see
Am
if...
I always to be disturbed by foreigners?
Let's see if we can use the new system here.
Talk to my major domo.
I'm gonna see if we can use the diplomatic system here to win over any more alliances. So with that said, I'll jump around here, and I'll see if we can find any good candidates to really just kind of buy off. So we'll go into Partha, or Persia.
I tingle with anticipation of your noble.
And we'll really just try to get these guys
The door
to
is open to you.
sign some treaties with us.
Greetings, my friend, greetings. I tingle with anticipation of your noble and worthy words.
You know, we had such like a high streak of good
may the blessings of the gods
econ dominance earlier, but now it's starting to be not so good. You know what? I'll try to do this. I'll try to make these guys the Parthian rebels one of our client states, just like that, and we'll switch over to Parthia.
Two things always smell.
We'll actually try to do that.
Do not expect fine words. For why?
Yeah, because like, you know, if I could, I'd much rather actually just get all of these factions to become client states of us, and then really finish off the game like that. So you know what? I think we've come to a point where, I mean,
Please accept as a most humble audience for your terms, my poor self. Now, speak.
Where, I mean, at this rate, so long as we have the cash flow to do so, we can just make everybody
yourself of diplomacy, and let us find agreement here.
Client states of Rome.
Of simple, honest man.
Alright, well, some of these guys don't seem to want to take our gold, but yeah, we can... I mean, we can solve the vast majority of our problems by throwing money at different factions from the looks of it. So with that kind of said, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll disband all of these troops, and that'll free up vast sums of income for us. And then Antioch, I'll be able to actually recruit a new army. Let's go with some gladiator spearmen. So this will just passively build over time. But you know what? I think that's pretty much the end of what we have to do here. Parthia is technically conquered, and the rest of the world, yeah, their map is now open to us. So, and the rest of the world only consists of small rebel bands of people. There appears to be one faction over here that we haven't discovered, and there appears to be actually quite a few rebel towns over here. Yeah, they seem to be owned by whatever is over here. But apart from that, I mean, I think German rebels over here. Yeah, I think the rest of the towns all have some treaties with us, one way or another. These guys, these guys don't.
My time is better spent feasting and hunting than listening. So be quick with your chattering.
But if we throw money at them, they still won't budge. Okay, fair enough. Speaking about this, I mean, how many factions? I think we're... wait, no, there are actually quite a few factions that we don't have treaties with.
I greet you as
can we make
befits
these
your
guys?
reputation. Now, friend, speak plain.
I mean, like, at one point in the game, I think we've... Like hopefully by some time, I mean, right now, we could just end the campaign, really.
Now speak plainly, for we are an honest folk and value honesty in others.
Yeah, I mean, like, right now, the vast majority of our... of the nations present inside the game are all controlled by us. There's only like one or two
with a dull tongue.
that still aren't, you know, like part of our empire, really. There's only like a small section of one province, one or two province little towns that are still there, but there's really no challenge anymore here. You know, I think this might actually be the very end of our little campaign here, it's just simply because there's really nothing else to do. There's a little mountain border right here. Anything past this line is all terra incognita. So yeah, I think that'll be the end of this this little campaign. With that said, let's sum up Trajan's story. So after his little tour sightseeing trip all around Parthia and to this mountain pass, after the revolts over here and there behind the Roman lines, the Romans just kind of marched back and effectively quelled all of the rebellions through the use of military force. A few of the notable people, some of Trajan's secondary generals died, and they were heroes to the state. But in the very end, I mean, not really much had happened. Parthia still stood simply because the Romans, namely Trajan, was starting to get old and he was starting to get sick. He actually died on the way back to Rome, I believe, from what would be a stroke. So yeah, I mean, in reality, this area was just kind of left to themselves. I mean, they crowned a new king. The Romans backed him. Trajan, the emperor of Rome, and people and such sailed back to Rome with ships and ships filled with booty, leaving a few towns here and there destroyed. But in the very end, not very much has changed. These people, they still kept their autonomy for the most part, and the Romans were made a little wealthier at the cost of very, very many lives. After about 60 or so years, Cassius would actually begin a new campaign into this area. The reason was, I believe, that another rebellion actually broke out inside this Armenia region, and they actually managed to destroy one legion. And as soon as the Romans actually got news of one of their legions being destroyed by the Parthians, they quickly sent over a new force, and it was led by a man called Cassius, which I think was later known as Optimus, or Most Excellent. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the Let's Play. To this point at least. It might be the end, it might not be. Ooh, there's actually some water behind here. Oh, that's kind of cool. next time we'll be doing X Rebirth and whatever expansion really that'll come out for this, and I think it's the nomadic one. So I'll see you guys then. Be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like, and if you'd like to support my channel, watch videos with ad block off. That's always helpful. Anyhow, I bid you guys farewell, good day for now. Until November 15th. I know I said it was going to be on the October the 15th, but anyhow, the PR people at EgoSoft has backed up the date for X Rebirth, but when the time comes, we'll see some of that. So, bye-bye.